So a review is a public referral. In other words, social proof that what you're doing is excellent. So which is more powerful? Okay, you can obviously see review marketing is far more powerful than referral marketing. And there's a lot of people I know that sort of get their business solely from referrals. It would work a lot more if they did review marketing.
This is the Business Owners Smashing It Online podcast for entrepreneurs and business owners looking for cool online tools, apps and strategies to make business easy online. My name is Nick Cree and I'm your host. Each episode features a guest expert demystifying the online universe, sharing inspirational ideas and providing tested real-world strategies to help you get the most of what's available online to grow your business today. Don't be a slave to your business, get your business working for you. Subscribe now and get some great content and ideas for you and your business today.
Thank you. So everyday customers look for your services online. They want to actually be one of your customers, or at least a customer of somebody online doing the same things that you're doing. So this is an international company that I'm with. I've got an agency for, so you'll see that some of these things in the PowerPoint overseas. So this is a part of America, and this is searches for different services online. So this is what people sort of look for. And when they are looking for these things, are they going to choose somebody with 4 good reviews, 2 bad reviews, which has got a 3-star rating, somebody that hasn't even bothered to get a review, and somebody that's got 6 5-star reviews? Now, on this particular subject, when I first came to Queensland, my washing machine broke down. So I looked up to find a washing machine repairman, and the only ones I found, a couple had bad reviews and the other one had none. So I didn't trust any of them. I went out and bought a new machine. So that was my first experience with this sort of thing. So you really need to have these reviews active online and getting them all the time. So which one would you choose? Normally, most people would automatically go for the 6 5-star reviews. And what's your experience with reputation marketing? Reputation marketing is the most effective way to market, okay? Your reputation management is obsolete. That doesn't really do a lot. And you don't make money managing. You actually make money when you start to market the reviews that you're getting. And smart businesses start with reputation. And reputation is actually a Google factor when they're starting to rank your website and also your Google My Business page. So the game of online marketing has just changed to give 5-star companies the advantage. And this is some of the statistics. 90% of consumers aged between 18 and 34 read online reviews to judge a local business. They actually pay attention to them. 92% read online reviews for local businesses. And this is, the first one was all about just the young ones, and this is total, all consumers regardless of age. 48% of consumers only pay attention to reviews written in the past 2 weeks. So you've got to have a steady trickle of reviews coming through. And I've seen a lot of places there, they've got a whole lot of good reviews, but nothing in the last 6 months. So according to the experts, review signals make up 15% of Google local pack ranking factors. That's that pack that you get, usually just about 3 businesses listed there. And you've got to click down the bottom to find all the others. Now, these are some statistics that they actually did and trying to find out which is the first choice for people. Now, you've got that 27%. 27% of the people that offer the cheapest service. Do you want the person that's going to come and ask for the cheapest service, the cheapest thing you can give? They're going to be arguing about price. 18% actually go for the first listing, but 55% take into consideration the number of reviews that you've got and the level of reviews. They're looking for 5-star reviews. Now, you can't always get completely 5-star reviews because no matter who you are, you can't please 100% of the people 100% of the time. So what we're looking at is that your average is a 4.4 and better, and that gives you the best results. A marketing game changer. People trust reviews. This is actually a dentist, and he asked the patient, how did you find us online? Did you go to the before and after pictures, but she ended up skipping that and she went straight to the reviews, and that sold her. And he picked up $4,000 on the first visit. Now, we have a little bit of trouble here in Australia because dentists and doctors and health professionals regarded by the government as all being equal, and we know they're not. And APRA gets very upset if one doctor gets reviews saying he's better than another. I actually spoke to a dentist, and he got a good review on Facebook, and he was asked the lady to take it down because health professionals are all supposed to be the same. We know they're not. But the thing is that every other business, it's definitely works on reviews. And it says there she dropped the $4,000 on a first appointment. Oh, this is coming up again. And how many reviews does a customer look for before making a decision? Generally speaking, it's regarded as 10. But anything from 6 to 10, 6 they start to look at it, but 10 they like to see. And if you haven't got at least 6, your business is not really trusted. And there's a marketing game changer. Reviews give you pre-qualified, pre-sold leads. If consumers already trust you, they're already halfway there to becoming one of your customers. So as much as they trust them as much as family and personal recommendations. 88% of buyers trust reviews as much as personal recommendations. And after being referred to a business, what do people do next? Now, most of them go and check online to find out what the reputation of that company is. There's a few people who use a phone book, but who uses a phone book these days? And I've seen phone books being used to prop things up. So some people dial the information to find out information about a company, but 87% search online for the company information, which is basically around reviews. This is another set of statistics, and 35% of people will look for the website, the contact information. Only 13% go to social media, but 55% go for online reviews. Now, you can get some online reviews on social media, on Facebook, take them. They don't have star ratings anymore, but they have recommendations. Now, these figures can vary depending on the type of business, because if it's a business to consumer, that tends to make those Facebook figures a little bit higher. If it's business to business, it's nearly always the reviews that rate. So that changes a little bit depending on the type of business that you've got. Positive ratings can boost a restaurant's nightly reservations by 19%. And one of the things they found there is a half-star increase in rating can increase 19% for a restaurant's business. They get more seats sold in the restaurant. A lot of this was taken before COVID, so I don't know what the effect of COVID's got on it at the moment. But there's the definition of reputation marketing. And according to Wikipedia, reputation marketing has evolved from the marriage of the fields of reputation management and brand marketing. So the two are going together. And brand marketing is quite often used by the great big companies because you need a lot of money for brand marketing. But reputation marketing, you can do a lot cheaper. And reputation marketing is building a 5-star reputation and then marketing that reputation to get more customers. You've got to actually market it. And I'll show you later how we do that. And what's the most powerful marketing? To start with, you've got referral marketing, and that as against review marketing. Now, in referral marketing, that's the old system of ask a friend. You ask a friend to recommend somebody, and that's just one person speaking to another. That's private. It's only one person speaking to another. As soon as the conversation's over, that's it. It's finite. It finishes. And it's not an asset. Whereas review marketing is one person talking to thousands. You put it online and thousands of people are going to see it. And actually, I'm classified as a local guide because of the number of reviews that I give. And I recently got an email from Google saying that one of the reviews that I gave had been seen by 10,000 people. So reviews definitely work. And there's lots of people see them and take notice of them. And that review marketing is public. Everybody can see it. It's not hidden at all. It's perpetual. It stays there. Doesn't go away. And it's classified as a company asset. So a review is a public referral. In other words, social proof that what you're doing is excellent. So which is more powerful? Okay, you can obviously see review marketing is far more powerful than referral marketing. And there's a lot of people I know that sort of get their business solely from referrals. It would work a lot more if they did review marketing. So take a look at the reputation report. Now, I'll give everybody a link and you can just fill the form in when you get there. And each person will get a list of all the different places they appear online. And it shows you what your score is and how you're rating in online, because your reputation depends entirely on your total online presence. It takes into account your social media, videos and all sorts of things, and it counts everything. Now, you can find a little bit of problems here sometimes, is if people have different addresses. I had a guy recently, he had a couple of different addresses and it didn't pick up everything. And then you've got to have what they call the NAP, name, address and phone number, the same everywhere. You can't have your landline one place and your mobile number somewhere else. Google tends to think that they're different businesses. And this hurts the searches that we do. So if you've got everything consistent across all the places that you appear online, then you get a better result. And you're able to determine exactly how you're appearing online. So let's show you how you get more customers with reputation marketing. Okay, how many customers do you service per month? And what's the average yearly revenue per customer? So our reputation marketing system, it was over $2 million invested to get us started. Obviously, I don't have that much money, but the guys that started this, that's what they did. There's over 3 years of development. Over 1 million reviews have come through and manage over 15,000 businesses worldwide. And monitor over 70 online directories. So we can actually pick up what you're showing up on different online directories in 6 major countries. As I said before, that it is international. But the thing is, I can specify that I want Australia, the things that happen in Australia better. We have different local directories here in Australia than they do in the United States and other countries. So I stipulate Australia so it goes looking for Australian directories. It's the most comprehensive reputation platform in the world. Nothing else will surpass this. So we manage your reputation. Now, how do we manage your reputation? We pick up all the time your reputation appears online. You get a review. And the whole thing is that we must reply to those reviews. If you had a good review, you thank the person and you put something in there regarding the type of service you give. So it can't be the same standard, thank you for your review, we really appreciate it. Can't be the same thing every time. You've got to vary it a lot. If you get a bad review, you've got to answer that properly and with respect. You're not answering the person who left the review. You're actually answering the person or answering or making that reply for everybody that's going to read it. Now, I've got one particular guy who's a motor mechanic, and he had a lady come in through Auto Guru asking for a basic service on her car. When he started to do the service, he noticed that there was a major oil leak. So he phoned the lady and says, would you like me to fix that oil leak now? She says, no, leave it for another day. She came and picked up her car and left a review saying, a 1-star review, saying that he had the car all day and he didn't fix the oil leak. It was a no-win situation for him. If he had done the oil leak and she came back and found it out, she had to pay $500 or $600 more than she had agreed to, she would have been upset as well. So we put the reply there that explaining that he'd found the oil leak. He asked her, did she want him to fix it? And she said, no, leave it for another day. And then we added in, we do not do work we are not authorised to do. Excuse me. We do not do work we're not authorised to do. So that's a very positive part you put in there, and everybody reading that will know this guy, we're not going to put a car in here and come back and find there's a huge bill. So that's a positive way you can do it. We build a reputation. We have a system for getting reviews a lot easier. And then we market that reputation through getting images posted to social media. We get review videos. And on top of that, what was the other thing? Well, we can also put a widget on your website so that the reviews come up there as well. Okay, so we market that reputation, so wherever people go, they're going to find your reputation. So reputation, manage the reputation. And this is some of the review sites. A lot of these are American, but we do pick up the ones that are in Australia. And when we find the review alert, you get a notification to your sales staff. And one of the things they like is that when they get a good review, it motivates them to give better service. If you get a bad review, it goes to your support staff and they try and fix it. And sometimes it's a matter of coming along and giving them a little bit better or doing something else for them, and they'll take away that bad review or they'll modify it. You can't always get rid of bad reviews, but the thing is that they've brought out a new thing now with Google. If somebody leaves a review and they're obviously not your customer, you can actually ask Google to remove it, and that's a possibility. But generally speaking, the best way to get rid of it is to bury it with good reviews. Another thing which Google's been doing lately, they rank reviews on there and they have the most relevant on top. Now, I had one guy, the most relevant was about 3 or 4 reviews back, but they picked the bad review to put on top. It took 5 good reviews to bury that. But you've got to have these reviews, good reviews coming through consistently. You can get a detailed reputation report. Now, I can send these reports to you, or you can actually go on to a platform that we give you and you can look it up yourself. Monthly marketing analysis, where the reviews are actually placed, the marketing of them is placed, and exactly what you do, what's happening. You get this client login portal where you can go in and check everything that's there. we build a reputation. One of the things we do is you have an employee training centre, and that's where your employees go in there, and there's videos there, and they're asked questions about reputation, and you're teaching them how important reputation is. And they know that they've got to perform to a higher standard. A feedback review survey page. This is the page that they sent to leave a review. Now, this page we set up for individual businesses, and over on the over on the side here, you will notice there's some reviews here. These are your reviews that we have that are on Google, and we put those up. They're 5-star. They encourage people to leave a 5-star review. And we set these stars to default to 5 stars. They can change it because you can't make it mandatory. They've got to leave 5 stars, but most people will leave it as it is. And they leave a review here. Now, the good thing is that if they leave the review here and don't go any further, we can still use that review. Now, Custom Print Media Center. We set these up for you, and we give you a link, and you can actually have these downloaded by your printer and print them off. Now, this QR code there will take you straight through to the review page. And people are starting to get used to QR codes because of the COVID. They've got to register everywhere with QR codes, so they're starting to get used to it. Before that, QR codes were great in America, but not so much here. But now everybody's starting to use them. So they can just use that QR code and go straight to your feedback page. Or you can have this client sign-in form. Basically what they do is at the end of the day, the clients that you've served that day, you just put their name, address, or email address and phone number in there, hit the sign-in button, and then everything else happens automatically. So if you can do about half a dozen of these a day, depending on the type of business you've got, that will have a constant stream of people giving you reviews. Now, once somebody complained one time or asked me about it, they filled the form in, clicked sign in, and nothing happened. They just came back to the form. What did happen was that form went off and started an email or SMS sequence to ask the people for a review. And in that review was a link, in that email was a link to the feedback form. So this sets the process up, and there's 3 emails in the sequence. If they respond to the first one, the sequence stops. If not, they get the second or third, and just as a reminder, but then it stops. Some people will do it first, or they'll attempt to, and then they get distracted. So the second one comes along the next day and reminds them again. And we have this proprietary posting system where we actually have a link to put the review on a social media, on Google, or I usually use Google and Facebook. And if it's hospitality, it's Google and TripAdvisor. So they're 2 main ones, but we can change that around to any directory that you like. So this is some things here. Yelp is very big in America, not so much here. So there's Google and Yellow Pages. We don't do much with Yellow Pages here either. And marketing reputation. So as I said, we encourage the staff to be active in this. And we market on your website. We put the review widget on there, and that comes up with reviews, and they keep rotating, usually, depending on the type of widget we put on there. And the thing is, if I don't manage your website, we give you the code for you to get your webmaster to put it on. We market reviews on social media. And these here, there's these image ones, there's actually about 6 different designs in that keep rotating on a random basis, so that it doesn't always look the same. And they go onto your social media. And then we do 60-second review commercials. And the winner, there's going to be a winner tonight that gets one of these. And that's a 60-second one with a spokesperson on there. And everybody else this year can get another 30-second commercial, but it doesn't have a spokesperson on there. There's no spokesperson, but it's 30 seconds and you can have a look and just see the quality. Feedback campaign request. This is a case study. One of the things we can do is we can take your contacts and upload them to a custom CRM and send out a lot of requests on your behalf. But a lot of people prefer to do it themselves rather than give me a list of contacts. They're automatically added to a feedback campaign, which, as I said, there's 3 emails that go out. Customers automatically leave feedback on that particular page. And then they're directed to another page, and there's direct links there to your Google My Business page or your Facebook or whatever it is we set up for you. So it goes to online directories. If there's a negative one, you get a notification. There's a negative feedback page which thanks them, and then you get a chance to respond to that without it going up. They don't get a chance, if they leave a 2-star review on this feedback page, they are not directed to leave it on your directories. The only way they leave it on directories is if they go straight to the directory themselves. They can't do it through this particular page. So this is a case study of 20 contacts. 14 of them open the emails, and not everybody opens the emails. Now, I know what that's like. I actually go through and I delete about 90% of the emails I get without reading any of them. There's only about 10% that I actually read. So a lot of people delete emails without even opening them. And out of the ones that were opened, they got 7 feedback reviews. That's on that feedback review, the feedback page. Now, the 3 of those customers went through to leave reviews online, 2 on Yelp and 1 on Google. But the good thing about it is we can actually use the ones, that 4 that was on the feedback page, we can use those to do the marketing. We can put them into a video or the image format. We can do both of those. So you don't lose it. Reputation marketing strategy. Train and follow up your staff on reputation. Develop a reputation strategy for you to get reviews fast. Build your reputation and position you as a market leader. Monitor and alert you on new reviews every day. Build a customized mobile app and sign-in form. Develop professionally designed survey and feedback pages, and these all got your details on them. Create monthly online reputation and feedback analysis reports. Now some people want them, some people don't. Create professional review images for daily syndication. Daily syndication depends on the number of reviews that you've got. A lot of people haven't got enough to do it daily, and what I usually do is I do 2 a week on those images. Produce and syndicate 60-second review commercials. Now, for most of my clients, I do 2 of those a month, and they're syndicated across your social media and to YouTube. Now, the thing is that to do the syndication, I have to have be able to put in the login details for some of these things into the system, or if you prefer not to give it to me to do it, I can actually give you a login to your site and you can do it yourself. One of the things I would recommend is that don't go around changing passwords too often. I've got one client who keeps changing his passwords on his Gmail account, and I have to get those reviews, videos, and do 6 at a time, and I put them up onto YouTube and schedule them to go out 2 a month. That's the only way I can do it. And next time I go back, he's probably changed his login details again. But if you don't keep changing your passwords, it can be done automatically. And we post the reviews to your website, blog, Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever you want. Custom feedback, CRM, and write and set up for email campaigns. Create promotions to get customers buying more each month. So some of the times there we can actually put on the reviews, if you've got a particular special, we mark that in with the reviews, especially those image ones. You might have recently I had a motor mechanic put in a special pre-Easter special for servicing before you go away at Easter. And I was able to do that for 2 weeks beforehand. And these things come through and we can add all those things in for you. So what do you have to do? All you have to do is put people in, and every night, just put in about half a dozen people and ask them for review into that sign-up form. Or you can show them the QR code and ask them to do it on the spot. So that's automatic. Once you sign them in, that runs automatically. And then the other thing we ask you to take into consideration is replying to the reviews. It's best if it comes from you. Sometimes I do it for them, depends on the circumstances. But one of the things I do suggest is that if you get a bad review, don't answer it while you're still upset about it. Good idea to get in touch with me, and I will actually tell you how to do it. And I've got one guy now, he's quite good at coming up with his own, because some people just are very, very angry and come up with bad reviews a lot. And if you look at their reviews, you'll find out that they never give a good review. There's just some people like that. Never give a good review to anyone. So if you hired somebody, how much would it cost per month? And reviews are a major part of online marketing. And they appear in Google Maps, social media, local directories, and they affect SEO rankings. The more reviews you've got, the better the SEO. Or you could go pay-per-click. And pay-per-click can sometimes get a bit expensive. So our online reputation marketing strategy is getting reviews, making it easy for you, where you don't have to do very much. And we've got these feedback pages where you just have to initiate the request, and then everything else happens automatically. A daily monitoring, so we're aware of everything that's happening. Staff trained, and they specialise in the services they give. We have alerts and reports, and redirect to get reviews online. So we can send you off to any directory that you like. If you want to try Aussie Web or something like that, we can even do with that. We market reviews on your website. We market reviews on social media, and we do the images. Foursquare and Flickr, not very much so much here. And we have these review videos. Oh, one of the other reasons that people don't always leave a review on Google is before they can leave a review on Google, they must have a Google email address, a Gmail account. If they don't, they can't leave a review. And I've got a lot of customers that their email is on Big Pond, Yahoo, or Hotmail, and they don't have a Gmail account. So anyone that's like that can't leave a review on the on Gmail on the Google My Business page. So this is why we give them the option between Google and Facebook, because most people have got one or the other, and that usually picks up most of them. And so, any questions on any of this?
Oh, there's one question here in chat, which is, does having your reviews or your clients update their reviews help? And can they add a second review on Google My Business?
So basically, with reviews, one of the things I found is that you can't leave 2 reviews on Google. I tried to leave a second review for somebody one time, and when I tried, it took me straight back to the review that I'd already left, and I was given the option of changing it. So you can't leave 2 reviews for the same business on Google. You probably could on Facebook.
But you can't do 2.
You can edit it, but you can't put another one up.
All right. Excellent. All right, well, just in chat, most informative. Thank you, Jeff. That was from Jane. Peter's saying, you said there was a link to be able to see your reputation online.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get back into it though.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, so basically, and everybody gets as I said, a 30-second one, and I'll give you a link to. Yeah, so if you want to get together, and I can put a proposal together for you, and if I come back here to find the chat down the bottom. Stop share. Okay, so we're going into chat. And these are a couple of links here for you. The top link will actually take you through to order that where is it? I've only got participants.
Just while Jeff's looking for that video there, any other questions from anyone or comments? One of the things that I can say is that we did some work just with someone on Google reviews. They had half a dozen reviews, and they got up to over 200 reviews in about 12 months. And that was more than their nearest competitor, which was a franchise outfit. They were just a solo operator. And he would ask his clients when they rang in, or the customers when they rang in, how they heard about him and why they actually rang him. And he said 90% of people said it was because they saw that he had 200 reviews online. And his next best competitor had about 40 reviews, and that was a large franchise outfit. So it is possible for you as an individual business to really get a lion's share of the traffic and inquiries just by sort of working on those reviews. You need to be consistent with it and bring it up, but it really does work. So what Jeff's talking about here is it really does work.
Now, one of the things, I can't get that video to actually show on screen, but I put a link for it in the chat.
All right. You have?
Yeah, the link to it's on YouTube.
Okay, it's not in chat. So just make sure, sort of see down chat there, you've got a drop down there. You want to make sure you select everyone in the meeting and then drop your links in there.
Can you see the links I put in?
No. I think they may have just gone to one person.
To an end.
There you go. So just click on that and select everyone, and then you can drop your links in there.
To everyone. Now, okay, there we are.
All right, try that again.
So I sent those to everyone, I hope.
Not yet.
No.
Yeah, click enter.
Yes.
Jeff, I've got it. I'll just do it to everyone. Hold on.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right, that sounds good. Thanks, Anand. Perfect.
Did you get it?
Yes, that's great. That's great.
Yeah. So there's 3 different links there. There's my email address. There's the link to the report, and there's also the YouTube link.
Yeah.
So
Excellent.
there's 3 links there.
Perfect. Thanks, Anand, for that.
No problem.
All right. So the first one there is the link for people to go and get their report. Actually, I'm curious about that to see what people are saying about me online.
Mm-hmm.
And then the YouTube video. Awesome. Excellent.
And if they send me details of where to find a review for them online, I'll do one of those 30-second videos for everyone. It's on here.
So if they send you a link to their Google profile with a review on it, or a Facebook profile with their review on it,
tell me where to find it, and I'll do that for them.
Excellent. Well, that's a very generous offer.
Mm-hmm. And one person gets the full video.
Excellent. All right. Well, let's run through that. Draw. Awesome information there. There's a whole lot of information around that review marketing, and I like the fact you talked about it as marketing, not just management. And it was really interesting. I found that the majority of people will go to reviews before they'll go to someone's website to determine whether they're going to make a purchasing decision. So, and probably the best way to look at it is have a look at your own behavior. What you're doing is probably what a lot of other people are doing. And I know that I'm always hunting out reviews these days, and I'm an old folk.
And the good thing about it is the system works in such a way that you don't have to do much yourself. It's all done in the background.
This happens automatically. Even better. All right. So you do have a prize for us, like for the prize draw for one lucky person. Just tell us what that is.
That's a full 60-second review video with a spokesperson.
Awesome.
And it'll be similar to that one that YouTube link that I've put through.
Okay,
now,
so
if they send me an image they want as a background, I can include the image. Otherwise, it just ends up with a coloured background.
Excellent. All right. Well, that's very generous. Well, let's share our screen. Hopefully, you can all see the pinwheel, our normal wheel of names. So all of your names are in there. And we'll spin the wheel, and the lucky winner of that 60-second review video will be whoever it lands on. So you do have to be here to win. So if you're not here, well, you'll never know, will you? So we'll just redraw it again. All right. Well, let's spin the wheel. And a drum roll, please. And the winner is David Chittenden. Is David here? I think. Oh, no, he is here. I was just about to say he's disappeared early. So congratulations, David. You are the lucky winner of the 60-second testimonial video. So if you just drop your details into that there to Jeff, and then you guys can just connect up together and organize that. Awesome. Well, that's excellent, Jeff. Thanks very much for sharing.
Just give me a couple seconds to get it entered in.
Yeah, no, that's good as gold.
You got my email there. You can always email it to me.
Awesome.
I've got a few complications. If you could send me his email, that might work the best.
I can do that. We can drop that through to you, David. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Actually,
thanks.
James, if you can sort that out, you're on Messenger, David.
Actually, yes, I am. But let me
If not, we'll just send it through to you by email. That's fine.
Yeah, give me a second to.
All right. Well, look, at this point in the evening, Jeff, thanks for persisting with some of the technology there and getting through. You did well to keep your patience through all that there and keep relaxed with it all. I know that whenever that happens for me, it just induces a sense of panic and like, what am I going to do? So you did very well with that. Thanks very much for sharing your knowledge on sort of the reputation management. Heaps of stuff in there. I know how important it is as well too, and some really good stuff for us all to take away. So thanks for volunteering for tonight and spending your evening with us.
Yeah, thank you. And I'll try and get more practice on Zoom.
That's right. There's always the first time. All right. So we do have tomorrow, we've got office hours for those that want to come and join us. So office hours is at 10 a.m. in the morning. That's Australian Eastern time. And that there is a no agenda, no speaker, some discussion about anything about to do with tonight, or if you're looking for a recommendation or just want to have a chat about anything online, come and join us tomorrow at 10 a.m. It is on Zoom, and the link will be in chat very shortly. The tonight's session will also be up on YouTube as of the end of tomorrow. So we'll take the video and Jane will be editing it. And actually, he's disappeared. I think the internet connection in Philippines must have disappeared at the moment. So office hours, it won't be there in the links there. We'll have a look at it on the Business Owners Smashing It Online Facebook page. The link will be there. For next week, we will have the link up on Business Owners Smashing It Online Facebook page as well too. So come and join us. So same time, so next week. And I think next week, actually, I was going to tell you who it is, but I'm not sure who it is, so I won't put myself out there. But we will let you know in the group. Apart from that, let's give a big round of applause to Jeff.
If I did it right, I've sent it to Jeff. I've sent my email address. If I did it right.
Awesome, excellent. If not, just let me know, David, and I'll put you in touch with Jeff. We'll give you his email address.
Okay, thanks.
Awesome. Well, we'll call out a wrap tonight. So thanks everyone for joining us tonight. Thanks especially to Jeff for sharing his information, and look forward to seeing some of you tomorrow and some of you next week. Have an awesome evening. Thank you for tuning in and listening to the Business Owners Smashing It Online podcast. You can also find me on social media and online. Just search for Business Owners Smashing It Online and Nick Cree, spelled Nickcree, all one word. If you like this and want to hear more, subscribe now. Until next time, don't be a slave to your business. Get your business working for you.